Happy 4th of July. 4th of July means time to buy. Can you smell the fragrance haul on the Robes08 channel? Yeah. They can't smell it. They're still in the box. Fragrance family, welcome to the Robes08 channel. I'm your host, Mark, and today we are doing an unboxing first impression haul video of 3 designer releases that are all blind buys that I have absolutely no idea what they smell like. I love these type of hauls. That gets my juices flowing, baby. These 3 are flankers of original fragrances that I own several flankers of. Dolce & Gabbana, the one, of course, I own a whole bunch of them. Of course, Le Male, so I got a flanker of Le Male, and of course Euphoria from Calvin Klein. It's been a while for a Calvin Klein fragrance, so I think that's going to be the dark horse of the haul. But I did want to take a splash of your time today. I know a lot of you aren't from the United States, but a good 80% of my viewership is from the United States. So I wanted to give you guys the respect and love that you give this fellow Canadian. So I had my Canada Day just a few days ago, but I wanted to give all of you a happy Independence Day, July 4th. And this is why I'm posting this video today. Why not? Let's have a little bit of fun. So I wanted to thank all my Americans that watch my video. You can comment below, you know, shout out freedom or something like that. Put the American flag in the comments. I'd love to see your participation in the comments below. Anyway, if you're new here, thanks for watching. Subscribe to support the channel, hit that bell, and I may have another haul video for you really soon. I've been kind of doing a lot of these lately. I've been kind of spending a little bit of money these past few months. I'm also all over social media under my YouTube handle, Robes08. So if you go on Instagram, you type in Robes08, you'll find me. Facebook, same thing. Twitter. And I do stuff like scent of the day posts, scent of the night, what I'm wearing, new purchases like these. Some people already know I've bought these and they're just kind of waiting. They're like, okay, when is the YouTube video coming? And what I'm actually working on the channel. Things like Oud Wood from Tom Ford is getting reviewed very shortly on the channel. Finally. Hey, if you have a Facebook account, yeah, you can follow the Robes08 page, but also have on the other side of Facebook, I have a group called Fragrance Guru Nation, FGN. We're up to 18,000 members. We're strong, and we discuss fragrances. We talk about new releases, so you'll know what's coming out either in Europe or in North America. People buy, sell, swap fragrances. You discover new YouTubers on the platform. They post their videos or their channel, so you can subscribe to them. Just basically a great source if you're in this hobby like yours truly. So what I hear, what are you guys saying? Let's start the haul. Yeah, let's do that. So here we are. Haul is actually right beside me. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm gonna unwrap all 3 of you. Let's get into it. You can see them right here. I got my sweet Robes08 test strips right here to smell the fragrances. We're going to start off with the one that's right beside me here, and no pun intended, the one. It is going to be the One EDP Intense. So I own basically the whole lineup. I think the only one I don't own right now is gray, the one gray. I had no interest in it. I may get it. We'll see. But this one really piqued my interest. It's actually a 2020 release, and that's rare on the Robes08 channel. We got two right now in this haul. 2020 release and 2020. Really, I don't buy new releases because I'm patient and I don't really need the fragrances right away. Mark, you got a YouTube channel. You should probably buy them right away like the other YouTubers, you big dummy. But I like when they hit discounters, and I save myself a few bucks that way too. But I'm a huge fan of the One lineup. Again, they always have this stigma on YouTube that longevity and projection problems. But for me, I feel like the line is solid. It comes with a sleeve, a nice sleeve actually. Sleeve's nice, the bottle's kind of plain, the box is kind of plain. They always have the Dolce & Gabbana stickers, by the way. I really like how the lip too goes down for the box too. I like that from Dolce & Gabbana, but sleeves. This used to be the calling card of fakes. They used to put sleeves on all fragrances. Now, designer releases. I think Givenchy Gentleman EDP had a sleeve too, so it's starting to be a thing. But anyway, there's so much hate towards this line, the One series, and there's some love too. But the scent themselves, I think, are solid releases throughout. There's some duds, like the One Sport I didn't like. And I think the gray one is probably going to be trash, but again, I'm judging without actually smelling the fragrances. But the darker ones are always up my alley. The original, the one I felt was good. The EDP version, I don't know why they did Intense. Sure, why not? Let's open this one up, by the way. This one on YouTube, I'm trying to remember this one on YouTube. I know that it got some mediocre stuff. I didn't really watch a bunch of reviews on it, but I do recall this one not getting love or hyped, really, to be quite honest. So maybe a lukewarm celebration for the one. And this one, very plain bottle, actually. There's not really any markings on it that says it would be EDP Intense. It says at the bottom, of course, of the bottle. So very plain bottle presentation. Let's delve into this one. And I'm hoping for the usual from the One series, the darker ones. I love them. I love the spice in them. I love the tropical vibe that the original, the One, gives me. And I really did like the Intense, or the EDP version. So let's try this Intense. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's got, you know, I really like this series. It has I wouldn't say tropical feel, but it has a orangey, it's got a thin orangey feel to the fragrance, but immediately hits me with some spices. That green cardamom comes through, warm, spicy, yet it still has some freshness to the fragrance, which the original one also had. It was very, it's dark, but it has its thinness. It has some playfulness to the fragrance, and this goes in that manner. The cardamom is high as far as a note here. I feel like there's an orange note that kind of gives this fragrance a little bit of playfulness here, a little bit of a aromatic feel to the introduction of this one. It has a creamy feel to it. Dare I say neroli because of the orange. Close cousin of iris. So it has like a creamy, spicy cardamom orange hit up top. Really a nice introduction on a piece of paper. Very nice introduction. On par with the rest of the One series that I really, really like. I feel like this one, I don't know. I don't know if it really did get bashed on YouTube. Again, I got to put it on skin. Pop the Cherry will come after this, but I like this one. So one done. Solid designer release. The One EDP Intense. I like the introduction to it. Can't wait to put it on my skin. I feel like this one would be good right now. I know that it's super hot right now in Canada, especially in my area during the day, even at night. But once the nights in the summer get a little cooler, I'm going to try this one out. Let's move on to Calvin Klein. And this one, this purchase was a knee-jerk reaction, to be quite honest. I was like, oh, Euphoria, they have a gold series. I remember this gold series, and I heard some good things, never really bought them. And fragrancebuy.ca, again, I'm not sponsored by them, but I saw that this one, Amber Gold, and of course the word amber kind of went, you know, the Robes08 thing goes, oh, Amber Gold, let's go take a look at what this one has. How's the amber? Is it resinous? So that knee-jerk reaction. And I saw that this was a limited edition release. I was exclusive to the Middle East. So I do own the Euphoria Intense, which I like, but I just wanted to see what they were going to do with this one, the Amber Gold. So let's delve into this one. Let's take a look at what this one can offer. And again, this one may be the dark horse of the haul. I know that these are the sexy names here. The One, and of course, Male Aviator. Those are the sexy, you know, top sellers. But Euphoria as a lineup, I felt like Euphoria, I own the Intense version, and that bottle is sexy. Just FYI. If you don't know me, I am a sucker for a sexy bottle, and this is a beautiful rose gold ambery looking bottle. She's beautiful, as beautiful as a Euphoria men fragrance bottle can look like from Calvin Klein. So this one again, I'm hoping for dark resinous amber. So this release was exclusive to the Middle East, like I said, and I feel like this is of course catering to the people in the Middle East, which like their resin. So I'm really hoping that this one throws off that warm, rich, balsamic, ambery feel that a lot of fragrances do, but it is a Calvin Klein, so we'll see. Now again, I like Euphoria Intense, so I gotta give Euphoria lineup a pass on that. Let's smell Amber Gold. Oh, okay, not as resinous as I'm expecting. More of a honeyed sweetness here. Smooth. It has a little bit, it's got a little bit of an herbal touch here. Smooth honey, sweet, some herbs coming through a little bit. Interesting combo. A little bit of resins. It's got some cypress up top. It's got that greenness. It has, yes, it has that greenness. Okay, so major player here is amber, but it's honeyed. It's not as resinous, as thick, as balsamic as a lot of ambers, like an Amber Absolute from Tom Ford. This is actually compared to Amber Absolute from Tom Ford. What was that reviewer smoking? No, it's more honeyed. It really kind of smells, honestly, with the herbs and the cypress, it kind of smells like potpourri, which is something that my mom used to put in our bathroom. It's just a bunch of dried herbs and stuff like that, but and dried flowers and stuff. And it kind of smells like that. There's a lot of herbs in here, like they're popping, but the main player and the major factor in this is the honeyed sweetness. It's good. It's a very unique blend. Honestly, I really didn't think it was going to come off that green or herbal. Interesting combo. Not that resinous, smooth honey sweetness with some cypress. Lots of cypress. That wood is nice. Actually, an interesting release. Definitely not as syrupy or as sweet as I thought. So definitely be careful if you're going to buy this thinking it's going to be an Amber Absolute in the designer game. Nope. Last but not least, Le Male, baby. Le Male Aviator. What can I say? I'm a huge Le Male fanboy. I don't recall the last time I purchased a Le Male so close to launch. Kind of got the warm and fuzzies. However, at the same time, I'm just like, Le Male releases have been kind of touch and go. They've had some solid releases, but they've also had some flops. So Aviator, again, a 2020 release. Surprise, surprise, you got two of them in a Robes08 review here or video on my channel. Don't get used to it, but it happens, I guess. The nose behind this is a Renault, which is the nose behind, of course, 1 million Privé, which I just actually reviewed. I remember that from my 1 million Privé that I shot like two weeks ago. And also, of course, the nose behind the Issey Miyake's, the really good ones. Noir Ambre, Aura Essence, a leather blend from Davidoff, to name a few. I just know his resume off the top of my head. I'm not like a monster that knows all the Parfumier's resumes by the top of his head. It's just I just reviewed Privé, which I named this release as one of his releases. So Aviator, the bottle's got that camo green look with the blue lines. Sweet looking Le Male bottles, got Gaultier in the back. And this one, what is this one all about? I think this one's all about the violet leaf, I think is what I heard. So this is probably a good freshie for the summertime here. Let's remind me of this. It should have some sweetness too, as all Le Males, most Le Males have. Yeah. Here I am with that face that's not really smiling. Kind of like, okay. Violet leaf is your major player in this particular fragrance, 100%. You can smell the greenness. It's soft. It's watery. The violet leaves really do pop in this. Very well done. However, violet leaves is like, fragrance is like a dime a dozen, man. It's nothing. It actually doesn't resemble a Le Male release at all. Violet leaf overload. It has a generic sweetness to the fragrance. Some compare it to CH Men. Yeah, like a sugar cube. It just really reminds me of a sugar cube, violet leaf explosion. Yeah, the violet leaf keeps it uplifting. It's got a generic citrusy feel to the fragrance. Nothing too too tart or too poppin'. It really feels like the citrus is just there. She's thin, man. Easy to wear, pleasant, but nothing I feel like is going to excite me here. And as you can see, I'm not excited. It's just violet leaf as your major player. Couple secondary notes to help it out. Some sweetness. Here's some generic sweetness. Generic citrus up top too. And not much more than that on this test strip. So there you have it. The 3 fragrances just unboxed. Early favorite. Whew. Man, it's between these two. I kind of, again, I don't want to poo-poo on this one too much, but I kind of like it, but it's not anything crazy, right? I expect more from Le Male. I want more for my Le Male flankers. It just feels like one of those that's just like, let's release this and it'll fit right in. That's basically it. This one's very interesting. It's the most interesting one, the Calvin Klein, and this one fits right in with the One DNA, which is a really good thing, and it has some differences to the rest of them. So I'm very intrigued on wearing this on my skin. This is, of course, what's going to happen on my skin. Is it going to give me more? Is it going to project? Is it going to do well in the high heat here in the summer? I'm going to try it out even with that sweetness. Some Le Males do well in the summer, some not so much. But overall, I'm happy with the haul. The designer haul, not bad. And we got some, of course, some work to do for all of you to do some pop the cherries on these. So again, thank you for tuning in. Now that you heard my take, my job's done. Now it's your job. If you want, put a comment down below. I'd love to see your comments on any of these. I know that some of these are in store right now. Obviously these two, this one's a little harder to find, but this one has been out on the market for a little longer. So you may have something to say, good, bad, and the ugly. You know me, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I just want to see what people have to say about these releases. If you have smelt them, and help people that clicked on this video and go, oh, Mark's reviewing these things. Let's see what other people have said, so it helps out other people. And as always, a great report fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.